All right. Ready to jump in? Today, we're going to be looking at TikTok marketing.
TikTok marketing.
For brands, specifically.
Okay.
We've got this awesome guide from Search Engine Journal, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
TikTok marketing. An in-depth guide for brands.
Sounds in-depth.
It is. It is. And we're going to try to unpack it all for you.
Sounds so.
See what we can learn from these brands, big and small, that are just crushing it on TikTok.
Okay. Yeah, I think what's so interesting about TikTok is it's gone from, like, just silly dances and things like that to, like, people are building entire marketing strategies around it.
That's true.
It's crazy.
And you're right. It's not just about going viral anymore.
Right.
It's really understanding how the algorithm works, how to create content that gets views.
Yeah.
And that actually, like, changes how people think about brands.
Yeah, for sure. And that's where this guide gets really interesting.
Yeah.
It starts off by just talking about how massive TikTok is.
Right.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Over 1.6 billion monthly active users. Wow.
Which makes it the fourth most popular platform globally.
Globally.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
It's not just teenagers on there anymore.
Okay.
A third of U.S. adults
Really?
are now on TikTok.
A third.
A third.
Wow, that's way more than I thought.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And they're not just like scrolling mindlessly, right?
Okay.
62%
Okay.
of U.S. adult TikTok users are actually looking for product reviews
Oh.
and recommendations on the platform.
Yeah, it's huge.
Huge.
So, are we saying, like, TikTok's the new Google?
In a way, yeah. Yeah, it's becoming the place where people go to discover new things.
Yeah.
Get information, form opinions. And for brands,
Yeah.
that's a game changer.
Totally.
Because you're not just selling on TikTok, you're building trust.
Right.
You're building a reputation that influences buying decisions everywhere.
That's mind-blowing. So, like, how do brands even begin to wrap their heads around this? Like, how does TikTok even work?
Well, you have to understand the algorithm.
Which the guide calls it a personalized information flow.
Okay.
Sounds kind of vague, but basically what it means is that TikTok is so good at figuring out what each user wants to see.
Right.
So it looks at things like what videos you've liked,
Okay.
accounts you follow,
Yeah.
even how long you watch certain videos,
Yeah.
and then it curates this feed
Yeah.
that's just for you.
So it's like playing matchmaker between
Like,
users and content.
totally. And that's what makes it so powerful, because if your content is a good match
Right.
for the right people, it can, like, take off.
Okay, but that sounds scary.
Yeah.
Like, how do we even begin to crack the code of this algorithm?
Right. Luckily, it's not, like, super complicated.
Okay.
The guide gives some good advice. One thing it emphasizes is consistency.
Right.
So the algorithm rewards accounts that post regularly.
Okay, so you can't just do, like, one good video.
Yeah, it's not about one video.
Yeah.
It's about building a presence, engaging with your audience.
Yeah, sense. And I guess this is where TikTok for Business comes in.
Yes.
Like, the guide mentions all this stuff about analytics and advertising and all that.
Right. So TikTok for Business is basically a suite of tools that helps brands manage their presence
Gotcha.
on the platform.
Okay.
So you get analytics, you can track your performance,
Okay.
you can run targeted ads,
Yeah.
you can even set up a TikTok shop and sell directly through the app.
So it's kind of like Facebook Business Manager.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's one-stop shop.
For TikTok.
But for TikTok.
Perfect. So we know why TikTok matters.
Yeah.
We know how it works, kind of.
Yeah.
Now for the fun stuff. What kind of content actually performs well on this thing?
So the guide breaks down
Right.
6 main types of content
Ooh, okay.
that brands are using to grab attention.
Lay it on me. I'm ready.
All right, so first up is discussion-based content.
Okay.
This is all about getting people talking in the comments.
Oh.
So the more comments a video gets, the more the algorithm sees it as engaging,
Guys.
which can boost its reach.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper is really good at this.
Okay.
They'll post videos with prompts like, how do you do this? Or like, wrong answers only.
Oh, that's smart.
And it always leads to hilarious comments.
Yeah. So like actively encouraging people to engage.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. What's next?
All right. So then you have reply-based content,
Okay.
which is all about building on previous content
Yeah.
by directly replying to comments in videos. So, like, makeup brands are really good at this.
Okay.
They'll address specific questions or concerns,
Right.
or even, like, requests that their audience has.
So you're actually having a conversation with your audience.
Right.
That's cool. It makes people feel heard.
What else?
All right. Then there's the classic trend-based content.
I knew that was coming.
Which is basically jumping on
Yeah.
whatever's hot at the moment.
Right.
So whether it's a trending hashtag, song, or video format.
It's all about staying relevant.
Got it.
The guide mentions Oreo as a good example.
Okay.
They're constantly finding ways to tie their brand into current events.
Oh, smart.
Like eclipses or holidays.
Yeah, it's like newsjacking, but for TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 3 down. What's next?
All right, so next we have behind-the-scenes content.
Okay.
This one's all about humanizing your brand.
Right.
It's about giving people a peek behind the curtain.
Okay.
And showing them the real people behind the brand.
So instead of seeing like, the perfectly polished whatever you're seeing, like how it's made.
Exactly. So it could be anything from behind-the-scenes footage from like a video shoot to outtakes, or even just a day in the life of someone who works at the company.
I like that. It makes the brand feel more relatable.
Exactly.
Okay, go else.
2 more to go. So next up is shareable content.
Okay.
Which, as you might guess, is all about creating content that people want to share with their friends. It's like the ultimate form of organic reach.
But what makes content shareable? Like, what's the secret?
It has to be relatable, entertaining, or thought-provoking.
Okay.
Something that people will see and be like, I gotta show this to so-and-so.
Right.
The guide highlighted Starbucks as an example.
Oh, okay.
Because they're really good at creating videos that resonate with, like, specific audiences like students or office workers, because they're tapping into those shared experiences.
Right, like they're speaking directly to their target audience.
Exactly.
Awesome. And what about the last one?
Okay, last but not least, we have how-to content.
How-to, okay.
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's all about creating those short, informative videos that teach people how to do something.
Okay.
So whether it's using a product, learning a new skill, or solving a problem.
Right.
The goal is to provide value while subtly promoting your brand.
So instead of like a hard sell, it's more like, here's a hopeful tip.
Exactly. The guide gives some good examples, like Home Depot created this whole guide on how to fix a leaky toilet cistern.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and Scrub Daddy showed people how to clean their grill using their product.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, they're positioning themselves as experts by helping people out, but also showcasing their products.
That's really clever.
Yeah, and the best part is, these how-to videos tend to have a longer shelf life than other types of content because people will come back to them again and again when they need that information.
Makes sense.
Which means your brand stays top of mind.
Okay, so we've got 6 different types of content.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Do you think brands should try to do all of them?
I think it depends on the brand.
Okay.
And who their target audience is.
Okay.
Some brands might find they, excel at one particular type of content. Others might need to experiment a little more.
Makes sense. So there's no magic formula. It's more about knowing your brand, your audience, and what you want to achieve.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right. So now I'm curious to see how some real brands are using this stuff.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
Right. So the guide highlights some really interesting examples of brands, big and small, that are just killing it.
Okay.
And what's cool is that they're all taking really different approaches.
Lay it on me. Let's hear it.
Okay, so first up we have Duolingo, the language learning app.
Yeah, Duo.
They're
funny.
They are. They're hilarious.
Yeah.
They've managed to create this whole, persona around their mascot.
Right.
Duo.
Yeah.
And they're constantly using him in their videos.
I've seen those. They're so funny.
Yeah. They're not afraid to poke fun at themselves either, which people love.
Yeah.
They even jumped on that intimidating duo meme that went viral a while back.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah.
So they're taking something that was already popular, and they're making it their own.
Exactly. And it works because it's funny, it's relatable, and it just keeps people talking about them.
All right, who's next?
All right, so then there's Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy.
Okay. It's a cleaning product company.
A cleaning product company.
Yes.
Okay.
So you might not think cleaning products are super exciting.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
But they have managed to create this whole personality.
Wait, a personality around a sponge?
Around a sponge, yes.
Okay.
It sounds crazy, but it works.
All right.
They have these videos where the Scrub Daddy sponge is like a character.
Okay, I gotta see these.
They're funny, and they're really good at making how-to content, too. Like how to clean different things around the house.
I mean, they're showcasing their product without being boring.
Right, exactly.
That's smart.
And then you've got the NBA.
Well, the NBA is the NBA.
The NBA is the NBA. They have a huge following.
Yeah.
And they do a great job of leveraging their content.
So, like, game highlights and stuff?
Yeah, but they make it really engaging by adding music, sound effects, and captions that are, like, tailored to that TikTok audience.
So they're taking something that exists